Today I have a pretty cool project. I'm going to be building a stand for this old Vise I got here. I had it for a while now, and I'm tired of moving it around. I'm going to build just a floor stand. That way I don't have to have it on my welding table, because my welding table is only a 4x4, so it's not really big. So I need all the space I can get on it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to design it in Fusion 360. I'll probably put a little clip of that here, or here, wherever. And we're going to cut it out on the Crossfire Pro plasma table, and we're going to get it put together. All right, let's get it. What I did is I actually made my little table too long, so I'm going to use the straight cut feature on fire control and see if I can cut it off. That way I ain't got to try and do it by hand. Nice. Saves a lot of time having to get the other plasma cutter out or do it with a grinder. Alright, so we got it all cut out on the table. Everything looked pretty good. I had one problem on the first leg I did, as you can probably see in the picture. I still had the 0.9 tip from when I did those signs. So it kind of just blew the tip out with the 75 amps I was running on it. But after I switched that out to a 1.2, all the other pieces cut really nice. But yeah, so it should be a pretty cool design. It's about 34 inches tall, so it should place the vise at a pretty nice height. Still not sure if I'm going to bolt it down or not. If I do, I'm just going to make some extra tabs for it and weld them in. We'll see how it is. We'll see how stable it is once it's welded together. If not, I may have to go through and make a couple small tabs on the plasma table and get them put on. But right now, I think I'm just going to leave it. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get to welding it. Alright, so first off, I'm just going to get it cleaned up with the wire wheel. Maybe have to grind a few spots, but for the most part, it's all cut pretty good, so you ain't got to do a whole lot of cleanup. As soon as we get it all cleaned up, I'll start welding it. This metal had been sitting for, geez, probably 2 years. It used to be my old welding table. So the one side's pretty rusty. So I have to clean all that up. Pretty sure I'll have a lot of safety police out there. Not wearing glasses. So we got everything here basically welded together. Just gonna go through and clean it up a little bit with the grinder. Get some of the weld spattered. Overall, I think it's gonna work pretty good. Since it is only 1/4 inch, the top here did kind of warp a little bit, but I think once the vise is bolted on, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think it'll be good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just get it cleaned up a little bit and then see if I got some rattle can spray paint. That's pretty much all it'll be. Alright, let's do that. So I did end up having to make some tabs. After checking it out, I figured it's better to be safe than sorry. I got a spot to mount it down anyway. So I just went ahead, I don't know if you can see that very well. I just made 4 tabs. We're just gonna go ahead and cut that out right now. Nice looking. Should work pretty good. Stuck to the plate underneath. So I figured I'd do a little brace too, just for the front, just to keep it from flexing too much. If I notice it's starting to flex anymore, I may just end up cutting a couple more, but I'm just gonna do a little brace in the front. A. So I just got done cutting my mounting tabs and the piece that's going to go in the front here, just kind of an angled support. But I'm just still amazed at how quick you can go from a thought in your mind to being able to cut this stuff out on the plasma tool. Really cool tool. I think I got maybe a half an hour total in designing this on Fusion 360. These I designed out and cut. I had these designed and cut within probably 15 minutes. That's from my head to the computer to the plasma cutter to a complete part. Maybe about 15 minutes. So, pretty amazing. Alright, so I'm going to get these tabs welded on, get some A-frame support welded in, and get everything cleaned up, and then see if I have some paint. We may start painting today. Alright, let's get it. Give you a little closer up version here. Those are the mounting tabs I did. Like I said, those only took minutes to make. And then the centerpiece. Should make it pretty stout, especially once it's bolted to the floor. I think it'll be good. And I notched these out. I don't know if they're actually going to work, but they're for to put some hammers in. Let's see, something like that. Oh, wait, at least I can hold a couple hammers in there. Maybe some bigger ones. But yeah, it should work. It should work pretty good. Alright, let's find some paint. Alright, so we're pretty much all done with fabrication on this. All that's left is just to basically go through and paint it. I got some red enamel paint laying around, so that's all I'm going to do with it. But if any of you guys are on the fence about getting that Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro, I'll tell you what, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I started this at about 8 o'clock, 8:30 actually. That's start to finish. That's cutting it out. That's doing all the CAD work, everything. So, I mean, honestly, if I was to sell this to somebody, if this was something I was making for somebody, I probably wouldn't sell this for under $1,000, probably maybe more. Now, material cost obviously is crazy right now, so I don't know how much 1/4 inch plate's going for right now, but I only use maybe half of a 4x4 sheet making this whole thing. I still got quite a bit left. And I still haven't learned quite how to nest all my parts properly yet. I'm just kind of doing it on the fly. I've had this piece of steel sitting around for like 2 years now, so I figured, it hasn't really cost me anything. I think back when I bought this plate, it only cost me, I think, $75, which probably right now it probably costs like $250. But still, I mean, income potential of that machine is ridiculous. I mean, when you could put something like this out in half a day's time, I definitely would highly recommend it. And the Fusion 360 part of it isn't too hard to learn. I mean, I don't know it very well. But I did some work on 3D printing and stuff, so I was kind of familiar with it. But just doing 2D stuff like this, it's really not all that hard. Within an afternoon, you can basically learn how to use it. But yeah, I mean, if you're into stuff like this, and I'm going to be doing quite a few of these, I think. I got a brake, and I got some other stuff that I need to make legs for, so I'm probably going to do these same style of legs. I'm going to be building some stands and stuff. So yeah, if you're into stuff like that, like, subscribe. See if we can get this thing painted up, and I'll post some pictures at the end of what it looks like. Thanks. Alright, so here it is, all painted up. Turned out pretty good. Got a couple little drips of paint and stuff, but not bad. I just got to get some tap cons and or some red heads and get her bolted to the floor.